What's up, Internet? This is Hanley. I'm here to show you how to make a worm bin out of a 5-gallon bucket. I've made many worm bins in my life in lots of different climates, from jungles to deserts, and currently I find myself in a desert. This seems to be a bin that works really well in this arid climate because it actually has no drainage on purpose. So I have a few different components here. I've got some ripped up cardboard, some kitchen scraps, some old finished compost that's full of worms and eggs in it. There's a worm. And an empty bucket. So the first step is to take some sort of dry carbon material, brown material. What really works best is like wood chips or sawdust or dried up leaves from a non-conifer. But lacking that, you can use newspaper or ripped up cardboard. I would not recommend using glossy magazine or anything like that. I've removed all of the tape and labels and ripped this up into little pieces. So these are going to go in first. Put all this in. Next is going to go our scraps. Now, a lot of people say that you're not supposed to use onions, you're not supposed to use citrus, you're not supposed to do bread. I've composted entire buckets full of chicken wings. I've composted entire buckets full of orange peels. I don't believe in any of that. Anything that's carbon will compost. Some things take longer, like avocado seeds will take a couple years, but what's your hurry? So we've got all of our fresh scraps in there. Next, we're just going to take our wormy material and we're going to cover this up. And we're going to use a lot. I started these worms. I got them from a guy at the farmer's market. I've seen them for sale on Craigslist. I've seen them on bulletin boards. If you're really hard up for worms, hit me up in the comments section and I will do my best to send you some of this stuff in the mail. I know that mail order worms are also a thing. A friend of mine, he started a huge worm composting business with a small handful of mail order worms. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just spray this down with water. Just push stop. So what the idea here is that I'm going to saturate the bottom, the cardboard, and that's going to have a layer of water. The worms are not going to go in there. The top layer is going to dry out completely. The worms are not going to go in there either. What they will do is they'll dive down through, get the water they need, and bring it back up. They'll live in this sweet spot in the middle. And every once in a while, I just mix the whole worm bin up. Sometimes I add a little bit more water. Once all of these scraps are composted, I refeed. This bucket is not going to be big enough to compost a medium-sized household scraps. You're going to need a few of these at least. Depends on how much produce you have. So I'm going to put some water on, and yeah, that's it. I'm just going to let this chill for a couple weeks and check on it again. Thanks for watching. Give me a subscribe, a like. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section. And I post pretty often, make new videos, lots of stuff about health and gardening. So come on the journey with me. Thanks. Peace.